That has more to do with politics, though, than substance. Essentially, people look at this relationship and they associate it with every job that has gone overseas.
So this is a very alarming figure, but it's a little misleading because China, more than 40% of its exports are actually processing exports, meaning importing parts and components and assemble and then re-export. If we adjust for that, then the bilateral trade deficit is 1/3 less than the gross figure. We estimate that a 15% tariff on Chinese goods would lead to a 3% drop in China's real export growth, which would lead to 0.5 percentage point drop in China's GDP growth.
You would see not only economic shocks, but you could see an unraveling of the stability that has allowed the Asia-Pacific region to emerge so rapidly in recent decades.
China by now is the second largest economy, but it's also the largest export market for most of the Asian economies. Some of these economies are very exposed to China's own domestic demand, but others, like South Korea and Taiwan and Malaysia, are very integrated in the global supply chain. So if there are trade frictions between China and US or other major markets, these economies will also be affected quite significantly. I think China will respond. China could impose tariffs on US products. So US companies will suffer, US consumers will also face higher prices. So it's a slippery slope. I generally do not think that US and China are competing with each other because US production is on a much higher value-added chain. They design, they create, they produce very high-end, high-tech products, where China is more on the lower end.
The Chinese economy is so large and has so much interconnectivity with ASEAN economies. President Obama always said there was a lot more to fear from a weak and collapsing China than a strong and growing China.